Hello everybody, welcome back to PadFootTD Games. My name is Zach, I'm the voice behind the icon, and today we are back with Virtual Sailor Next Generation, and you guessed it, we got to do the spotlight last time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Carnival Jubilee. We are docked currently in Galveston, Texas, and we have a 7-day round-trip Western Caribbean cruise. We're going to be going to Roatan Island and Mahogany Bay, Cox and Hull. Oh my god, sinuses are driving me crazy today. We're going to be also going to Costa Maya and Cozumel with a total of 3 days at sea, 2 at the beginning, 1 at the end as we travel from Galveston. I was here with the Disney Magic when I first started playing the sim, and this is newly updated. Now, as always, this ship and Galveston actually come as a package deal from Rob's. Now, I say a package deal, he is free. All of his stuff that he posts is free. It is right there on his website, and the link is down there in the description below. Sorry, so rude. Just put a piece of popcorn in my mouth. Give me a second. Couldn't help myself. Okay. So, yes, the Carnival Jubilee, leaving from a new dock, doing a different cruise line. About time, right? So, a couple things. We did the showing off of the Jubilee, and I wanted to kind of express this and see if people might know. I attempted to make my own muster and chime for the Carnival Jubilee and the Carnival fleet altogether. And unfortunately, the file size is too big to be recognized by the sim. I've tried different compression techniques. It has to be a WAV file. It can't be an MP3. Waves have a tendency to be wonky. So I'll keep on working on it, but at least the horn is set within. We've also updated the mesh to be properly working. You'll see it more from the top deck, but we've got a handful of new buildings and parking garages for those of you who live from Port Canaveral on the Disney Wish with me and knew that it didn't work right. So, enough rambling aside, the Carnival Jubilee, 7 days at sea, leaving from Galveston, and really excited about this. And that's just because it is definitely something different, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't usually like big ships. I don't like to sail on them, but I think I like to drive them, because I really like the Wish, obviously. Oh, a couple other things that have been updated. I might as well share that with you guys as well. Is I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I broke it. But I did figure out the system for each ship can have its own rope color, as well as replacing the obnoxious yellow bullards with these ones. You can actually, there's 2 underneath just to line them up, but this is what shows up now, which is just super, super exciting. And of course we have the giant Carnival Jubilee at our disposal. What I should also share, and I don't think I have yet, this is the maiden voyage. This is the maiden voyage of the Carnival Jubilee, and unfortunately, for now at least, this is the only time you're going to see her. I can look out here on cruisemapper.com, and yeah, on the way until April 2026, because that's where the schedule ends. This ship is doing the same 7-day trip, forever and ever and always. Just the Western Caribbean, just to those ports, and just in this order. Which is a little unfortunate in my personal opinion, but what are you going to do? But let's climb on board, and let's take a look. Actually, before we climb on board, now I just thought about it, I actually want to take you guys right over here. So this is the new renovated Galveston by Rob's. Website's down there in the description below. Very excited about this. This is the first dock to have what I would call the modern bumper system versus just the cylindrical rubber. This actually has the push pads. So that's really cool to be able to have that. Very happy for that. Let's go up here on the gangway. We'll pop on board and we'll see you guys up on the bridge. Now, before I actually bring you... Sorry, hold on. Up onto the bridge. I just needed my calendar here. I just want to reiterate, yes, we are leaving from Texas. We are based in Texas with this vessel. And It is its maiden voyage. It's leaving here on the 23rd of December. Woo! It's going to be a long day, y'all. Oh, it just started. But oh yeah, I wanted to be able to pop up here in case you weren't able to see the highlights video. Pretty well detailed, and of course you do have the roller coaster here on the back that is in operation as well. But I also wanted to be able to show you Galveston from up here. I also wanted to be able to show you the parking garage that we can't seem to get anywhere else before I updated it. But it's really cool. Stuttering. Whew. Breathe. One thing at a time. It's really cool to be able to see the Google Maps view and some of the overlay and you know, even the walkway from the garage and the buses outside. Adds a little bit more to the world. We're going to head up to the bridge in a second, but let's break character and jump out so you guys can actually see the massive size of this ship. And then, of course, leaving Galveston's quite easy. We leave from this dock, pull on out, and around and up, and woo! Out to sea we go. Hold on, I'm thinking. Yeah, it's up here, not that way. Up here, and then that way. The scale is a little bit different than it used to be, but I'm wondering if it's just because I'm in a much larger ship. When I was leaving with Disney, we were actually leaving from this dock, which we will be doing again with the less detailed version of the Disney Magic, but it'll be pretty awesome to be able to do anyway. But yes, our first Carnival ship, I figured it should be the inaugural. We will be doing Celebration, Mardi Gras, we will be doing Valor. We might do a couple of the other low-detailed ships, as I would call them, much lower in detail, but they still fit. They still work. So, let's climb back on board, climb up to the bridge, and usually this is where I'd put our muster drill, but it is actually just time for us to boogie on out. Let's show you our path first. We're going to be doing our manual operations out of the Port of Galveston, coming out through the breakwater, and really our 2 days at sea, we're going to be pretty much just cranked on it. Cranked here, cranked all the way down for a 8 a.m. arrival on the 26th. Down here in, come on. In Mahogany Bay, down here in Roatan. So we'll be going here, then we'll be going to Cozumel, and then Costa Maya, or reverse that. Costa Maya, then Cozumel, obviously, and then one more day at sea on our way back. But it's cool to be back here for traditional vacation. So let's pull up the panel. We are not going to be using this one, okay? It is an Azapod system. The problem is, I don't know why. It was here before, but now it doesn't seem to be. It is missing the bow thruster. And the Azapods, if they're not hooked up to a controller, really are wonky. So let's actually check this. Let's do our due diligence. I'll close the docking from now. I want to be able to show you guys. Yeah, the Azapods, the default, they're the same thing. We will be using the twin. Okay, and that's just because I will have both controls of the system and still be able to steer the ship. So again, it will still operate the same. It'll just look a little bit different on the screen. You'll see that we have 79 in fuel. That's because I actually want it to drop as we're taking this voyage. But it is time for us to sound the horn and get ourselves going. So first things first, do what we always do, which I hate doing, is taking the gamble and finding out if we are going to be launched into space. You see that? Yeah, I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to unfreeze us. Yeah. You see that? That's no bueno. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get us back there and change that up. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, we are back and not floating off into the night. Lines have been dropped, and it's time for us to start pulling away from the dock here. Get ourselves 12 and 12. That should do fine. We're going to officially begin our voyage here from Galveston. I hope you guys are having a good day. I know that I am. I'm very giddy to be trying something different, and of course to be making more of these videos. So Cannot complain on my day. Sitting, healing, at least trying to. Actually, I have a radar right here. So keep on watching that. And yes, I did have somebody come to me and say, "Wow, there's the bat support system here in the bow." Yes. I don't know how reliable this is going to be. We may try it at some point just to see how well it functions. But for right now, I need to make sure that we get away from the dock safely. And time to sound our horn 3 times to let everybody know that we are out of here. Three sounds of the horn, and the Carnival Jubilee is officially setting sail from Galveston for the very first time. I'm pulling ourselves forward and pushing ourselves just a little bit more away from the dock, just to ensure that the stern, I should say, sorry, stays away from the dock. But overall, seems to be a good departure. Going to keep it nice and slow roll. At least initially, it is a very short channel. We have much better weather today, which we're doing live weather from Galveston right now. We have much better weather today than the actual inaugural voyage of the Carnival Jubilee. It was wet and rainy when they left, heavily overcast because it's December. I know you plan things as you do, and you know it's when the shipyard says it's done. But it's so weird thinking of a maiden voyage of this kind of ship being in December. But we're going to be going to some beautiful places, so that should help as well. Just kind of viewing from the bridge up here, checking with the map and the radar. It's all looking good. And haven't done anything with this size out of here yet, so I'm going to turn off the aft thruster because we're far enough away from the dock now. I'm assuming there'd be a beautifully slew of people out here to wish us bon voyage on our journey here. Gotta sound the horn one more time for everybody who's here. We're gonna do one more up here as well. It's a big deal. You only have an inaugural voyage once, so you really gotta be able to take it to heart. Enjoy it. Be proud that you get to be a part of it. Man, I don't like this view here, so let's do this while the ship is rolling, and we know that it is. Change views. Viewpoint 1. Yep. I like this better. So now we have 2, 3, and 1. I can still talk to everybody here, but I don't have to be at the main console. Let's actually peek over here. Do I have? Yeah, I've got enough room to turn us a little bit out, but we're going to sit here and just make sure. This is the new Royal Caribbean dock, by the way, that's up here. I can't remember if one of their obnoxiously large ships are going to be heading here or not. I know that some people are working on those Royal Caribbean ships. And I know Rob is also working on the new Princess ships. So we've got a lot of ships in our future. And what's nice is that I'm usually not the person to want to go to certain islands more than once, because it's like, cool, I've been there. What else do I want to do? I don't care about going to Cozumel 800 times. Where else can I go? Which become limited, obviously. You know, and I'm aware of that. But it's really cool to be able to think here, okay, for me, captaining these vessels, I don't care if we go to some of these places more than once. Because it's going to be different every time. Now, I wouldn't make you guys sit through weeks and weeks of the same exact voyage. That could be fun. That'd be a fun channel altogether. If I was good at making maps and I could get all the places that were missing. No, I'm going to put ideas in my head that I can't follow. So, scrap those ideas. Don't let those thoughts, those intrusive thoughts, don't let them become a reality. But it's a beautiful day for a sail away, right before 4 p.m. for our departure. And like I said, we have an 8 a.m. arrival tomorrow in Roatan. In 3 days in Roatan. But it's the first time to really stretch the legs of this vessel. It's done sea trials. It's obviously crossed the Atlantic because it did come from Middelburg over in Germany. Which, by the way, if I can get him to do it, I do plan to do the inaugural, the crossing, I guess you could say. The inaugural and the crossing of the Disney Treasure from Merwith to actually take it from the harbor, send it down the river, where it would be to its fitting dock, and go from its fitting dock out to sea to his home in Port Canaveral. To be able to do that, like, actual very first voyage. I just need to convince Alex, which his boosty is on some of my other videos. I need to convince him to make the Disney Treasure. That's actually, now I'm thinking about it, I don't like the placement of this one either. So you guys are getting a little bit of the behind the scenes and how we can set things up. I like being up on the top deck. Down a little bit more. Save the position. Yep. Beautiful. Place to be rocking with completely copyrighted music. Just having a grand old time. Like I said, we should have some pretty good weather all the way out. I'm gonna pick up the pace. Just ooh, keyboard has died. Great. It's that quick struggle to get it fixed, because I can do almost everything without the keyboard. But there's a lot of stuff I need. Like the ability to adjust the speed. But what a good day for sailing. Like I said, hope you guys are having a good one. And welcome aboard this journey. Passing this Royal Caribbean dock, the new one. Then it's a turn and out to sea we will go. So super excited about all of this. I want us to get us up to about 8 knots as we go by. We're going to sound the horn again, letting everybody know that we are big, beautiful, and here to stay in Galveston. Saying goodbye to Royal Caribbean. As well. Yeah, see, they have a nice facility, though. Well, I can't say that. Their Carnival ones are nice as well, but this one has the Royal Caribbean emblem on top. You know, the important things. Alright, I'm gonna autopilot our speed here at 8. Just so it stays steady and true. Get ourselves turning out here. Checking the stern. Making sure the swing is good. Yeah, see, I can't control both azipods at the same time. I am thinking about, now that's a big thinking, okay? I am thinking about mapping everything to my honeycomb flight yoke and throttle quadrant for some ease. Again, I've got 4 throttles, so to have for, you know, the throttle itself, for the thrusters, for the, you know, turning of the azipods and or rudder, depending on which ship we were on. Could make things a little bit easier. I realized I didn't show something in the showcase. I never showed the Jubilee at night. So you guys will be able to see that. I'll try to throw it in here, and maybe if my brain remembers, which is doubtful, I will actually grab some additional footage and throw it in there. Yeah, because our departures are 6 o'clock from Roatan, 5 o'clock from Costa Maya, and 4 o'clock from Cozumel. So, all 8 a.m. arrivals, so nothing too super crazy. Alrighty. Well, that's the main departure from Galveston. I want to be able to show you guys once we get out to sea, so I'm going to take a little break. I'll see you guys in a second. It'll be lickety-split for you guys, and we'll see you when we're heading out to sea. Alright, we have made it around the bend. We have made it around the turn. We have officially left Galveston over here, cruising up to about 18 knots as we hit through the channel, as we head out to sea right here to head out on this beautiful holiday on this beautiful randy new ship for Carnival Cruise Line, the Jubilee. But that is going to do it for this one, guys. I did just want you guys to be able to see a little bit as we're heading out to see how great it is with this vessel and how excited I am for the future. Now, we will be going to New Orleans in the future with the Disney Magic. We'll be doing Galveston if they go back. I can't remember. I think there is a period of Galveston. We will be eventually doing the Disney Dream, the Disney Fantasy, with their less detailed versions, okay? Hoping to eventually do the Disney Treasure if that is created. We will be doing Royal Caribbean. We'll be doing Carnival Valor. We've got options for the future, so don't you worry. But that's going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoy what you saw, we do try to get a video out here on the channel every single day, and we really do appreciate your continued support. But with that, I thank you guys so much for coming out to this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.